So going outside, maybe reading a book today, sitting under a tree, good idea, bad idea, the wind's going to make it impossible?
Pretty good idea, although just a little bit breezy out there. Tomorrow, it's going to be downright dusty. More on that just a bit. We actually had a little bit of rain earlier this morning, even some lightning strikes in San Felipe Pueblo. So a very breezy one and a clearer one right now. So yeah, wind's starting to pick up with some rain and snow being drifted to the north and east of our viewing area, with plenty of sunshine to go around, as temperatures will be on the rise even more compared to what we have been seeing. Camera shaking just a little bit from our Karakuri rooftop camera, but generally not too much. Clear skies out there, sunshine, and temperatures on the rise. We're sitting at 72 at the Sunport, mid to upper 70s from Rio Rancho Bernalillo to Corrales and Belen, sitting at 78 in Los Lunas, one of the warmer spots in the immediate Albuquerque metro. And yeah, a bit breezy out there, very breezy in places like Las Vegas with a 33-mile-per-hour wind gust right now, and breezy weather at the Sierra Blanca Airport in Ruidoso, a 32-mile-per-hour wind gust. That southwesterly flow picking up the temperatures, drying off the atmosphere, elevating our fire threat, as we're currently sitting at 72. As I mentioned, at some point we're already at 80 in places like down towards Socorro, and we're in the upper 70s in Roswell. Upper 70s as well in Clayton. That downsloping wind from the south and west going down the mountains, that's accelerating and allowing for those temperatures to really start to rise out there. They'll rise even more into the lower 90s in places like Roswell to Carlsbad, low 90s as well in places like Deming, 80s in Albuquerque, low 80s in Clayton, high 60s and 70s throughout much of the Four Corner mountain communities into the valley floors. So very nice weather if you guys are going to be out and about reading a book or going to the Isotopes game. Temperatures will be very nice out there, even for your 6:35 first pitch. Temperatures will still be above 80. Tomorrow, it'll be downright dusty. An earlier game at 11:05. Temperatures in low 70s. Now for the first half of the game, not too windy, but by the end of the game, it'll start to get dusty. And Friday, temperatures not as warm in the 60s and still very breezy weather. Today, it's going to be breezy, but tomorrow going to be even windier. Look at that, Las Vegas, up to 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts or even more. That may be potentially damaging near Mora and the East Mountains, with high wind watches in effect, as well as high wind watches to our friends in Gallup near Camada, at least near those areas, and high wind warnings of parts of southern New Mexico and wind advisories near Silver City and Las Cruces. Again, these are wind alerts for tomorrow, including Tucumcari, that high wind watch, with an elevated to critical fire threat for today from Albuquerque towards Las Cruces into the eastern highlands. But tomorrow, that threat may be locally extreme and for more areas than not. So something we'll keep an eye on, with red flag warnings for most locations tomorrow, fire weather watches in southeastern Mexico, including the Four Corners as well. But we're going to be watching out for not only the wind, but the dust, especially in southern New Mexico, blowing dust advisories in Las Cruces for tomorrow. But it does not mean we won't be seeing dust in Albuquerque and Roswell, just some localized blowing dust. And then rain and snow as we head to Friday and Saturday, including parts of the Albuquerque metro, the East Highlands, the northern mountains toward the western mountains. Temperatures will take a dip just before we see calmer and warmer weather on Easter. 70s in Durango for today, 60s tomorrow, downright windy. 40s and 50s Friday and Saturday. Low temperatures eventually in the 20s and 30s, and even the teens near Alamosa, with a good amount of snow ahead in the San Juan Mountains. So yeah, April sometimes brings snow in the Four Corners. Gallup and Grants, temperatures in the 70s. They'll start to cool off throughout the next few days. In Silver City to Las Cruces, highs in the 80s and 90s today, a little bit cooler later tomorrow and Friday into Saturday especially. Cloudcroft 60, Ruidoso 70s, Roswell, I do think we'll be in the 90s, 80s, Fort Sumner, but after a very warm day tomorrow, we'll see those temperatures drop. I'm really concerned about potentially rapidly spreading fires, including in Las Vegas and more near Tucumcari, something we'll keep an eye on tomorrow. Places like Red River in the 60s today, 70s Santa Fe, cooler later tomorrow into Friday especially. Moriarty, Cedar Crest, from Bernalillo to Belen and Albuquerque, mostly in the upper 70s and 80s today, cooler later tomorrow. Our best chance of rain as we cool down will be later Friday into Saturday, and calmer and warmer on Easter Sunday.
That's what we were hoping for. There is nothing worse than searching for Easter eggs in a windstorm.
Yes, so Mother Nature just blow away the bad weather to better weather on Easter.
Yes,
so looking forward to that.
We will take that. Thanks, Ryan.